You can be Thanos, yes.
How do I be Thanos?
So there is the glove, the fist
the Infinity Gauntlet.
The fist of truth.
Fist of
fun.
Fist of stones.
That lands down somewhere on the map, and if you get it, you then become Thanos.
If you get it?
Yes.
Everyone's going to be going for that.
Everyone is going to go for it. That's the game. Get the fist, and then you become Thanos.
Right.
Wearing the fist.
And that allows you to jump. That's what you said, wasn't it?
Yeah, but jump higher. Why you gotta make it sound shit? Yeah, so Avengers. Infinity War.
Yeah.
It's not part 1, is it? Because the second one going to be called something else?
No, yeah, it's now got a different name. They haven't released the name because the name is a spoiler. So I imagine it's going to be called like Avengers 4 Everyone Comes Back.
Yeah.
Did you expect as many to go as when? And did you expect who went?
No, so, okay, let's talk... I think we've got to talk about the deaths in 2 different ways, right?
You've got to talk about the permanent ones.
Yes, and you've got to talk about the sand.
The floaty away ones.
Yeah. So I think the floaty away ones are coming back.
All of them?
Yeah. Well, there's 2 different options with that. They're either all going to come back, or...
Someone's going to choose.
What?
Someone's going to choose.
Well, I think... Maybe Tony Stark gives up his life for Spider-Man in a trade of some sort.
Right.
Because they've built that up, and because I think Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr. is done with that part.
Well, his contract's up, isn't it?
His contract's up. So I can imagine him sacrificing himself to save Spider-Man.
Yep.
So whether he has
Full
to go
circle,
into
the whole father.
Yeah, and whether he has to go into the soul zone to fucking do it. You know?
Oh, go have a chat with, second spoiler alert, Red Skull.
Red Skull.
I was really pleased when he turned up.
Were you really?
Yeah, well, I say pleased. It wasn't like, oh my god. It was just like that's a nice nod. Because he did just disappear.
Yeah.
And you sort of thought, well, where has he gone? Do you think he could have been used differently?
In the comics, he basically is in love with death.
Yeah.
And he does all of this to impress
And
death.
she's a character, isn't
yes,
she?
she's a character.
Actual character.
Yeah. So I was kind of hoping that the nod would be that that death would be there, but it doesn't make sense that death would be there. So I guess it doesn't, for the souls. Well, soul, people's souls. So it would make sense. It could be a bit of where he holds the souls. So I was kind of thinking that Tony would speak to death and say, and she goes,
just have a chat.
Well, no, but she says, like, I've got to take a life to give a life back. All those lives back.
Yeah.
And he says, well, take mine.
Yeah.
That's how I see that ending.
Oh, as opposed to him, you don't see that being a thing where he could talk to the Red Skull in that capacity.
No, because the Red Skull's just an evil dick.
It's a Nazi.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about the main deaths.
The real deaths.
What we would consider the real deaths. So let's start with Loki.
Yep.
I was happy. I was fine with that. Not that I'm like, yay, but I was like, I'm glad you've set the tone, because that.
Oh yeah, the opening is dark, isn't it?
The opening is, oh, okay, we're just going to kill people then. That's going to happen.
Yeah. And
that was really good.
Yeah.
That was really good. That
had an element, not in the way it was structured, but had an element of that kind of Game of Thrones feel, where suddenly you feel a sense of jeopardy for the entire film, because you think there's going to be potential. But for someone like him to be killed in it's the first minutes, isn't it? It's the opening scene. It's before you get Avengers Infinity War come up. Yeah. Isn't it? It's the pre... And there's not even any opening credits. There is just the word.
It just comes up, yeah.
But it is prior to any of that.
It is. And I think, as most people have kind of commented on it, it's not necessarily a blockbuster film. It is more of an event. That's what it feels like with this film. Because so many films...
It's a culmination of everything. It's 18 films in 10 years.
18 films
which
in 10
is
years.
still a significant amount.
So when Loki died, it's definitely set the scene for everyone. But like, oh shit, anyone can die now.
Yeah.
Although even still at that point, you're like, well, it is Loki. So one, it could be a trickster because he has died before. But this felt more permanent. But he has died before. But then also on top of it, you were like, well, we knew this was going to we were expecting this to have happened anyway. So it's like, boom, someone's dead. Here we go. We're starting the show.
Yeah.
And I got a bit annoyed that he didn't immediately kill Thor. Because he was in the position, and actually, it's my bad thoughts that was. I don't, as in, As in, I was like, well, why are you leaving Thor there? He's been hooked on and he's trapped and you could just walk over and kill him and they don't. And I was like, well, that's a mistake. Why didn't you do it? And then I realised, well, actually, Thanos, and that's what makes this film so good, Thanos isn't just a killing machine. He doesn't just walk around killing people. He will kill people and he is a massive threat. But he doesn't just kill people for the sake of killing people. He even says... it's a random pick of who dies. Yeah. Which is why I was like, oh, I guess that's why you didn't kill Thor. The only reason he killed Loki was because Loki tried to stab him in the neck. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, fair dues then. Yeah. Although Thanos isn't a reasonable character, it makes him more understandable. To think he's not just a psychopath.
That's the thing. He's kind of... You don't agree with it, but you almost think, well, you might be right.
I get it. It definitely made him more reasonable as a character, without a doubt. And I think that was my biggest takeaway from this film, was that Thanos,
he's the best villain.
He is one, because they've been getting better at doing it. Because you had Loki, who was good, but he was kind of an anti-villain, he wasn't really a bad guy. And then you had Killmonger, who was brilliant. He was like one of the better bad guys, I think, out of the lot. From Black Panther.
I know. He was well played, but I don't know that he was well written.
He wasn't the best written, but I think comparing him and his motives to any other villain, they were far more sound than anyone else.
Yeah, like if you compare him to I can't remember his name. The guy from Guardians, the first.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I can't remember what he wanted to do.
Or the guy from The Dark World, the second Thor film.
Oh yeah, it was just an evil elf.
Yeah. He wants the ether. Why do you want it?
Not really. A lot of people want it, though.
Yeah, it's just nice to have, isn't it?
I understand. I really sympathise with Killmonger, and actually, I prefer him to Black Panther because I thought Black Panther was boring. But I thought he was amazing, and I would love to have seen more of him. I think his plan. There is a lot of people here, so
I mean, you're not paying attention here, are you?
I'm paying. I've got enough attention. So yeah, we're playing the Thanos game right now. So already the circle is there. It happens very quickly on this one. You don't have much time to sort of mess around. So it's fallen from the sky. It's over there somewhere. Look at my map.
Okay. It's up.
Yeah. So if I look on the map, it will tell me where it is. It's miles away from me.
You're stuffed, aren't you?
Absolute miles away from me. So,
so if you just stay where you are, won't everyone die trying to go and get that?
No, someone's already got it. Hence why Thanos' face is now on the thing. Okay. Otherwise, it would be a fist. And look, you can see Thanos' health and his power as well, like his shield.
Oh, so he's super strong.
He gets super strong, just like the film.
Yeah.
What I really liked about it was that he was... It's his film. It's Thanos' film.
It's everyone's film, I thought.
He's
the thing that everything...
But if you have to go with who has the most character development, I would say he has it.
Yes, but if you also throw into the fact that he's never featured in any of the films previously...
He has, but it's as little...
I mean, in terms of character development, all of the others have had at least one solo movie, if not two, plus the two Avengers films. But, so the level of character development you need for Tony Stark or
but if this was... We've already spoke about it. The first Avengers film didn't need to... He's going to go down. Someone killed him, so someone else will pick it up.
Yeah, but how did they...
Well, you just shoot him.
But how did they do that so easily?
Well, they must have had a shotgun or something to his head. If you think about the original Avengers, the bad guy in that, it was Loki, I guess. Even though we already used Loki. The bad guy in the second one, Age of Ultron, I mean, we didn't learn much about him, really. I mean, he was a bit of a crap character, if you think about it. Who had potential to be really great, and they were awful with him.
There's someone building over
there is someone building. A lot of people throw their attention towards Thanos, though, rather than killing each other. Oh, he's going down again. Thanos is going down again.
But yes, I agree. He's the villain with the most depth.
Yeah.
But then so he should be.
I'm not saying like, oh wow, look at what they've done. This guy's got so much depth. I'm saying like he should be, and they have learnt from their mistakes of previous films where the bad guy has been a disappointment.
Yeah.
Because at this point, as you said, we know everyone else. We know every other character. So that's not really a concern anymore. We want to see how bad this bad guy is. That's what this film does.
What did you think about the Hulk bit?
What, that Hulk's having like premature Well, it's not premature ejaculation, is it? But he's having
it's not at all.
No.
Anxiety.
Yeah, he's got anxiety.
Because that was another thing about that whole opening sequence where it's Thanos just...
There's a bush.
Tom, there is a bush running away from you.
I'm going to get him. I'm going to get the bush. Oh, you might have killed that person.
I mean, you're not going to kill him. You're not going to kill anyone. You're going to get killed.
Why you got to be like that?
Well, because it's just what's going to happen, isn't it?
No, you watch. I'm going to wait till they've had their little fight. I don't know where he went. Where did he go?
He's down there.
Oh, God, he's still the bush. Oh, my God.
He's not still the bush. Oh.
I didn't get him. Someone else did.
2's up, though.
You shitbag. I didn't get him. No.
You were getting him, but...
Yeah, just not enough. He thinks he's safe. He probably is, because I can't shoot for shit.
There he is.
Oh, no!
I'd suggest shooting.
Where? He's not there.
To your right. There it... Oh. This is like watching people sneak up in like a cartoon or something. Can't see you, you're in a bush.
I feel like he would be able to see me. Where's he gone?
What's that over there? You are...
Oh, no, there he is.
He made it all the way back over there.
I don't know why. Is he out?
Oh my God! These people just don't give a fuck about you.
They don't.
Oh, it's going to do now. In his ass! Shoot him in the ass!
No, mate, come on. 10th! How did I get 10th?
Death pooper troop.
Brilliant. You didn't even see Thanos. Oh, you're about to. Here he comes. No. Oh, there he is. Getting shot in the back like a pussy.
Oh, man.
And she has become Thanos. So let's talk about Gamora and her death. As soon as he was being chatty with her, it was either going to go two ways. She was either going to side with him, which I couldn't see happening, or she was going to die. And as soon as it was like, oh, a soul for a soul, I was like, okay.
Yeah, that was...
Straight away. But that took a very long time for her to figure out what was going on.
But...
Because she was like, you've never loved anyone more than yourself, or only yourself, or something like that. And it's like, dude, like, you really can't see where this is going, Gamora.
Yeah, but then if you're that convinced... I don't know, I'm sort of making excuses a little bit, but if you are that convinced that someone is that brutal, or whatever, then you're not likely to be convinced by...
Yeah, but we've seen him with her be nice, or try to be nice. She has sort of shown some devotion to him. It's only been the last film that she was in, the Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where she's completely disowned herself from him.
Yeah, it's true.
It's not been that long since then. I hope they don't bring Gamora back, because that is my fear, is that they're going to bring her back.
Well, see, the thing with that is they've already announced that Guardians 3 is a thing, haven't they?
Yes.
So,
and James Gunn has said that she plays a big part in it. But a lot of people are speculating that she might play a part, as in it's flashbacks and it's memories of her. You're going to get shot here.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're running the wrong way anyway. I don't know why you're running to.
He was in there. Has he gone?
Yeah, I think he's left there. Oh, someone's got Thanos. You need to look at where you're going, because you're going to get caught by this thing, by the way.
Yeah, but I need a gun, don't I?
Yeah, I know, but you probably should head in the right direction. I don't think there's any guns in there. I think he's taken them.
Hello? Guns? Any guns?
Right, check that house. Check that house. Wait. Okay, right. Oh, there's a shield.
Well, that's better than nothing, isn't it?
Look down, look down.
Oh, I hate this bit.
You need to move. You're going to get hit by the shield. Quick, quick,
what
quick. Left, go, run.
I'm running.
You're going to make it, but... Oh, no. Quick, get the gun, quick. Get any gun, quick. Kill the fucker. Kill him.
How do I get the gun?
Oh, my God. Aim and shoot. Shoot! Come on! No, he's hidden. You need to move now. Get in. Get the bandages. Get the bandages and run inside. Run inside. Quick. Hide. Run. Move away. There's a bomb.
I'm alright.
No, but
chill out.
You need to bandage yourself or put a shield on you. No, go. Right, bandage quick. You got your gun, but now remember he's probably up there, so be careful.
Yeah, but I want to get away because the thing's going to come in a minute, isn't it?
It's generally good to look at where he was, though, so you can tell.
It's alright.
Yeah, I hope she doesn't come back. Her and Peter Quill's
that scene where they were about to get the gauntlet, I was so I just felt angry at him.
Yeah, but
it was very well done.
Yeah,
which is why I felt angry at him.
I think that's a lot of people are moaning at him for being that for being basically the one that's put us all to crap.
Yeah, but his bird had just been.
Well, that's the
bomb. What are these?
No, I don't know what they are. That's the thing. I think they set that up so well.
I've got a bad gun here, and because it's a burst thing.
I don't think it's the gun's fault. But why is he flying like that? Pick one of them up. Pick shit up. Oh.
Ninja boss. 20th. Not bad.
To be fair, it was the boss of ninjas.
That's the thing.
I thought they set up them two very well in this. They almost became the heart, I think, of the whole thing. Near enough until Spider-Man at the end. What I loved about the scene when he goes to kill her is they have this whole moment, the whole plan ready to go, whatever, and he tells, it's a joke at first, and he says go right, and she doesn't, she goes to the left, and then he shoots, and then she gets captured, and he says I told you to go right, and then the very last time he holds the gun to her and he says you should have gone right. And they used that line in 3 different ways, in 3 different emotions. I thought they did it so well. Yeah. And then he does, and I was like, he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. And he does do it. I think that was what was amazing. He then does go to do it, and the bubbles come out, and that was like, fuck. Yeah. Which was great and amazing. And that made you realise that he would do anything for her.
Yeah.
To the point of, I'm going to smack Thanos in the face.
Yeah.
Which is what he did.
Yeah.
And ruined it.
For everyone. Until the next film.
Yeah. He did what was expected of him to do, because the...
Who did?
Peter Quill.
Peter
Quill. Because Doctor Strange said, I've seen 14 million possibilities. That was really corny. I've seen 14 billion possibilities.
Yeah, how many do we win?
1!
I mean, that's like the same odds as the lottery, isn't it?
That was silly.
So, one person a week normally wins.
That was silly. There's one way. If he would have said there's 3...
Yeah.
I would have gone, alright, there's one way out of 14,000 million whatever.
But it was very comic book.
Yeah, but...
I get what you're saying, but I didn't have a hang-up about it. But do you think this is all part of his plan? Because he gave away...
Yes, it's all a part of his plan. 100%. This was the way that it would work out best.
Right.
And that's why he is given his life.
So you got Loki, gone. We think gone for good. You've got Gamora, you want gone for good.
Yeah, but I think she'll be back.
Will be back. You've then got Vision.
Let's talk about Vision and Scarlet Witch. So Vision and Scarlet Witch were given a lot of screen time that was alright. Their relationship is very forced.
To her accent?
I think they got rid of... I think they went, that accent thing you tried? Nah. Their relationship feels very forced, and it doesn't feel like a loving... I remember them in Civil War. I mean, she puts him through the floor. That's how much she loves him.
Yeah, but she knows that that's not going to damage him.
No, but it never felt like a romantic... It felt like a father and a daughter kind of relationship.
He never... Well, I think part of the problem with it is that
he had a robot dick.
That's probably a bonus. He made a nanobots as well, wasn't he? So he could probably...
That's true. He can make it as big as he wants.
Yeah, I think he never got his arc, if you like.
No.
And that's part of the problem. He's never been given
No.
So in the first film, he appears in Age of Ultron. He obviously gets built and has a fight and thanks very much. And then he next appears in Civil War, where they tell you he wears jumpers and doesn't use doors. Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. He's also supposed to be like the most powerful thing ever. He does nothing in this film that shows you that at all.
But is that because he gets so damaged so early on? Because he does get damaged almost immediately.
Yeah, but he doesn't put up much of a fight. Scarlet Witch is also very strong. She's way stronger than I thought she was. But to be honest, they very quickly sort of, once they do... I thought their fight scene was pretty good in the train station or wherever it was.
Did you like the reveal? Captain America reveal, the train.
You're right, yeah.
Looks good with a beard, doesn't he?
He does look. He looks very manly. Very manly.
Is that why you're growing yours?
Yeah, I'm trying to be Captain America.
How's that working out?
It's going good so far. I've got the physique. I'm just working on the beard. Yeah, Captain America wasn't in it very much. So when he showed up, I was like, it's Captain America. To be honest, I didn't really care that he didn't do very much. I was like, I feel like I've seen a lot of you.
He's had 3 movies.
Yeah.
Really, isn't he?
Yeah, Civil War was... Well, it was his, yeah.
It was a Captain America movie.
It was, yeah. Even though it felt like an Avengers one. I really... Oh, shit. It's blown away. I'm going to hide here. Oh, no.
Don't hide it. Oh!
He might not have... Oh!
You killed a man!
Oh, my God! Mama! He had a boogie bomb! Oh, no! I've got to run. Quick, get out. That's all right, I'm fine. Oh, my God. I need bandages.
You got potion. I'm so proud of you.
I know. I did so well. We still haven't seen Thanos yet, really, have we? We've not really competed with him yet.
No, not in any capacity other than seeing him after we were dead.
Yeah.
You got 50 seconds before that bad boy moves in again.
Oh, no, I need to move. Shit. I'm never going to make it. I've just killed myself by fucking around. No, I might be alright.
Not with that fall, you
No!
You seem genuinely disappointed by that one.
I thought I would end in a better way. I wanted Thanos to really get me with his fish, you know?
Vision's death.
I kind of thought that was coming because I
liked the fact that we knew he had the time stone.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
Not the time stone.
Yeah, because...
No, Doctor Strange had the time stone.
I'm not talking about Vision. I'm talking about Vision's death. Scarlet Witch obviously destroys...
Oh, yes.
Destroys Vision.
Yeah.
Not knowing that Thanos has already got the time stone.
And
he's
just going to go back. Yeah.
So I really liked that. The fact that
they thought... She did this. Well, she sacrificed.
She did this, put herself through it.
Yeah.
For it to then just be like, well, I'm just going to twist that back.
For me, with Vision, he's a machine, isn't he? They'll just stick him in another thing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like,
you're going the wrong way, by the way.
They'll put him in the... I've still only got my axe, though, so...
Break the wall down. Yeah, poor old Vision, he's gone. I didn't really care too much. Scarlet Witch, I didn't... she's growing on me, but her relationship with him, I'm really not.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just don't think it was ever built enough.
No, it wasn't, and I think that's the problem, is you had a really strong... I mean, Doctor Strange wasn't necessarily that strong because he only had one film, but you had Peter Parker and you had Iron Man going with them, which made that whole side of it strong. Plus, you had Peter Quinn there. Quill. Peter Quill there.
I don't understand what's wrong with you.
No. Thor had the emotion with Rocket when he tells that story about, he's always been in every battle. That was a really good scene. Rocket and Thor. And he says, I've lost my brother, I've lost my mum, my dad, but I've been around for whatever.
1,500 years.
1,500 years. And I'm always around. I'm always winning.
Yeah.
And he said, well, what if you're not? And I thought that was... For someone who is a god that feels like he is all-powerful to be told, yeah, but...
You're not that powerful, mate.
Yeah. All your family are dead. Like,
yeah.
There's not much left of you now. It was way more emotional than I thought it was ever going to be.
Were you just expecting it to be balls to the wall action.
Yeah, I thought it was just going to be fight, and I was going to be bored shitless.
There was a lot of fight.
There was,
but I thought it was all very well paced.
Yeah,
didn't feel like a 2.5 hour movie to me.
No, not at all.
It
whizzed by.
Flew by.
Yeah, it really did fly by. It wasn't a drag in any way.
Do you think it would be as enjoyable second time round?
Yes, because
it obviously won't have the same sort of emotional heft.
But I think that's fine, because to me the emotional heft comes from not the characters dying. In fact, the only character that died that made me go, oh no, was Spider-Man, when they all die at the end, or half of them die at the end.
Just a straight shot to the back of the head. Didn't even get to use my porta potty.
No. We need to start using some of these cool things.
I should have just used it to see what it done.
Yeah. I think on multiple viewings, I think it will still hold up. Purely because the deaths weren't the surprises weren't necessarily what made that film great for me. I thought they were fine, and I thought all those deaths at the end I sort of dismissed as being like, they'll be back.
Well, they will, because that's the whole... One of the things that I read was that someone was sort of disappointed because they're like, well, there's no impact to it because we know they'll be back.
Yeah.
And it's like, but you're a comic book fan, and you know this story from the comics, and whilst it's not a direct lift from any one comic, you know that bit is not the end of the story.
But characters do die in the comics, and they do get rested for a period of time.
Yeah, well, these guys got a year, haven't they?
No, but that's the point. Is that in film world you would go, let's kill that character off, and then in 5 years' time reboot, or not necessarily reboot. I don't think reboot, but I think, well, I guess in a way, but like make it someone who studied Tony Stark, and they're really intelligent and really smart, and somehow they win the grant to get all his Iron Man suits or something like that, and then becomes the new Tony Stark or whatever. Like, I think doing that would be smart, rather than just going, oh, it's Tony Stark, but he looks a hell of a lot different and younger to what you remember.
Yeah.
I think that would be the correct way to go until you've gone so far that you go back.
That's how they do it in the comics, generally, isn't it? And they make them...
But I think Tom Holland's going to be back for another Spider-Man.
Well, he is. It's already been...
So, that death, although that death had the most emotion attached to it, Tom Holland was amazing at that part when he said, I don't feel... Apparently he made that up as well. He said, I don't feel good. Tony, I'm sorry, I think it is. And then he hugs him.
I don't want to go.
I don't want to go. Hugs him. And it was real desperation of someone really...
He was a kid.
Yeah, it was a kid wanting to live more.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. Scared kid, that's exactly what it was. And that really, really resonated.
Because you're a scared kid.
Because I'm just a scared kid in this big bad world. It was a superhero not doing the whole like, oh my god, we're in trouble look. That's the look of the superhero that's in trouble. This was, oh fuck, I'm gonna die, what's happening? Like, I can't do anything about it. It was real panic and emotion that I don't think we've seen from another superhero. To see someone like that and to see Tom Holland pull that off.
But you also know he's going to be back anyway, because they've just got their hands on that property.
Yes, of course. Of course he's going to be back. But he could be back, and the next film could take place between Homecoming and Infinity War.
Well, the next Ant-Man movie is out shortly.
Leads up to the Avengers film, apparently.
Yes, it happens. Yeah, it happens between Civil War and...
Yes.
The
Avengers Infinity War, yeah. I was getting fatigued on superheroes. Even though, which is weird, even though I did like Thor quite a lot, I was like, yeah, Thor's a good comedy.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Good comedy, yeah.
It's a good comedy movie. Like, it's just a film you could put on and go, ha, this is a funny thing, watch this, kind of thing. Whereas, it's not necessarily a deep film in any way. Not that that's what it meant to be, but it wasn't that. So it was just kind of a bit of a... okay.
Ragnarok, I actually thought, tonally, was a bit messy. It was super comedic.
Yeah.
But it was also... There's some serious stuff going on. I just don't think it necessarily got the balance quite right. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was very funny. But I've only seen that once.
So what didn't you like about Infinity War? Was there anything that stood out to you that you were like, ugh?
Honestly, no. There was nothing about it I didn't like.
Okay.
I thought it was just so well put together. I think it's my favourite of the Avengers, or my favourite Marvel movie. It's obviously, like you said, it's an event thing, so it's very different from some of it. But I think it got everything that I wanted from it.
Yeah.
It got right.
Yeah.
I loved the fact that they mixed it up with the different combinations of characters. So when the Guardians turned up with their tune playing and found Thor,
I love that. Yeah, and then he goes off with Rocket.
Rabbit.
Yeah,
which I thought was excellent. I thought the level of comedy was funny, but it was just right.
Yes.
I thought that the combination of the Guardians and Lil Kev knocked you out. The combination of Quill and Tony Stark and everyone.
And Doctor Strange.
I thought worked really well. The playoff between Doctor Strange and Tony Stark, I thought was very good. I was surprised that they didn't know who each other was. A little bit.
Yeah, but then remember, Doctor Strange only kind of just become Doctor Strange, isn't he?
He seemed very powerful.
He got his ass kicked quite a lot. I think that's what, and those, I get you had to for the point of the film, but he has the time stone on him.
Yeah, so he used it before. Yeah, in the last film. Why didn't he use it in this one?
And the same with also, Tony Stark says to him, "Get out of here." That's what he wants. He wants just get out of here.
Yeah.
Which all he does is, and he's in the fucking Everest.
Yeah. Well, they do it to that beast thing, don't they? Whatever he was.
What? Why did he not do that? Out of his 14 million ways that he could only one of them wasn't.
Yep. You are right.
How about Thanos is on the toilet? There's things like
he doesn't even have to. He just needs to do that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Open it up.
Yeah. Yeah, you just grab him through it.
Doesn't even need to go through or do what they did with the guy's arm.
Yeah, just, Thanos, come here, I want to tell you something. I just want to whisper something to you. And he goes like that, and you just...
Come here.
Kill him. Yeah.
Here. Bang.
So there's things like that, which...
But you're looking for holes to pick, aren't you?
I know, I don't think it's necessarily looking for a hole. It's more of a case of Thanos didn't necessarily get things in an intelligent way. So... he gave up a soul for the Soul Stone, fine. But the Time Stone, there was no real smart ways that they used it to fool Thanos or to get round any of that at all. Like, there was nothing... I know when they did the fight, there was a few bits where he sort of made holes and, they jumped through it and all that kind of stuff.
The Spider-Man stuff, I thought was great.
Yeah, some of that was really cool and whatever, so they combined really well. But none of it was smart. It wasn't a clever way of use of the Time Stone. It wasn't... Thanos was the one who was the smartest with it, but even then he didn't overuse it where he could have. It just... There were things like that where I think it could have been smarter. You're right by it. It's behind you. To your left. It's there. Oh, someone's picked it up. People haven't even dropped yet.
What they all do?
They're still flying down. Thanos is coming. He's right by you. Two of them.
Are they even fighting each other now?
Yeah, they will now. Now they got rid of Dumb Nuts that was just hitting the wall.
I got killed by these guys.
He's got a shotgun! She's got a shotgun!
Oh, nicely done!
I feel like they could have been smarter with some of the Infinity Stones. They could have done smarter things with it all. I also wasn't keen on Peter Dinklage.
Did you not like the fact that he was huge?
No, I was like, okay, haha, I get it. But it felt like... So the scene where Peter Quill is talking to Thor and he goes like this and starts being really manly. That's what it felt like Peter Dinklage was doing when he was with Thor. It felt like he was trying too hard.
Yeah.
He was like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Oh no!
Trying too hard to not be his.
Yeah, but they added like Tyrion. Echo and stuff onto his thing, but it felt very try hard from him, which I wasn't super keen on. I mean that's nitpicking. I get it, but because I love him, I think he's brilliant. But that's nitpicking. To me, this film is going to be affected massively by what they do in the sequel, because if they bring everyone back, I will look back on this film and go, "Well, what a waste of time."
Do you think?
Yeah. There's a thought that they might bring everyone back, because there are ways to do it.
Well, yeah.
Gamora, soul for a soul. Vision.
Get the glove, snap your fingers.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. Basically, you can do that. Yeah, so that would annoy me a little bit if they did that. Because I would be like, well, you've set up all this danger. You've made me feel like all these people are in danger. And then in the next film, you've gone, oh, no, they're all right. And can you imagine if Game of Thrones did that? This is what really bothers me. Everyone who loved Game of Thrones now, like, they still love it. But I think Game of Thrones has become something that it never meant to be on TV.
It's lost its sense of jeopardy.
Yeah,
because they now don't want to kill off any of the main people.
Exactly.
Because that's...
Yeah, exactly. Which, to me, made the last series way less interesting. I thought there was no consequences to anyone's actions, and I was like, yeah, no one's dying here.
Yeah, because they put the he's nearly going to die.
Yeah, he's nearly going to die, but he didn't. And it's like, hang on a minute. Oh. No, I think I'm too far.
Yeah, probably.
Oh no, there's someone flying. Oh, he's going to get there.
So people just flying about?
I don't know.
Waiting for it to drop down?
Maybe they did. That's probably a smart move. Yeah, so if in Game of Thrones... next series, all of a sudden they bring back Robb Stark and go, oh, he was always alive, or they bring back whoever else, you'd be like, oh, so what was I so excited before?
Yeah,
with all the stuff. And I think that's the problem. I think that's what might happen, and that makes me go, well, I'm going to think less of this film if you do that.
I get what you mean.
You don't feel that way though?
No, I don't. I think this film should be judged by this film. And it is such a good
movie. It's a two-parter. Oh. It's a two-parter, though. It's a bit like saying, judging just The Lord of the Rings on one of those films. And although you can judge the film, you have to sort of take it in as a whole.
You do, but then if you're taking it in as a whole, don't you have to take in all 18 films?
What, are you talking...
I'm talking about the Marvel... because it's the cinematic universe. So if you're judging...
But we are taking that all in. That's why this is such an event, because we're taking in all of those films. So if the whole... Oh, you shitbag, piss off. I want the fist! I want the fist! Oh my god, I got him. I am smashing this.
I mean...
Oh no! What was that? That was Thanos.
Was it?
Yeah, that was his beam, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, the power of Thanos.
Yielded to the power of Thanos.
Well, there we go. We brought you Thanos.
You saw it here, probably.
He used his...
a long time after you'd seen it elsewhere.
His fist beam to blast me from behind.
You just got fisted by Thanos from behind. Someone had to say it. I apologise that it was me. I get what you mean, but I don't think I will be disappointed if they bring everyone back. But then I don't feel the same level of fatigue as
me,
as you, or as a lot of people.
Yeah.
I've every one of these movies that's come along, whilst I haven't thought they were all excellent movies, I've enjoyed them all. I've seen all of them more than once. So they're kind of, if they're good enough to warrant a second watch.
I don't know if I've watched any of them more than once.
Oh, see, I think I've seen all of them at least twice.
Really?
Yeah.
The thought of like watching...
Except for Ragnarok, but that's because that's not out.
That's just come out, yeah. The thought of watching the first Thor again bores me... The thought bores me.
See, I think you should watch it again.
But I don't know, there's nothing about it that makes me want to watch that film again. At all.
Which is...
Because I just...
Fair enough.
I don't think the story, from what I remember, is strong enough. I don't think any of the characters are good enough to make me go, yeah, it's going to be a great film. The villain in it was, was it Loki? Or was it, I can't remember it was in the first one.
The villain in the first Thor film.
It was a big metal suit man, wasn't it? Iron suit thing?
Yeah, but he was working for...
The ice god? Was it the ice one that Loki's a part of? See?
I've seen that a couple of times as well.
You can't remember it. That's why I mean, like, when I think of films that I've watched plenty of times before, I think of, like, Back to the Future and there it is, it's gone down there. Back to the Future, Star Wars, those kind of ones. I don't think a lot of them have much of anything that makes me want to come back to them. You want to land away from it then just so you can get some weapons. That's it, the house. There's someone on it. There's loads of people on it. Oh, Dave, you're heading to your death. Quick, get in the petrol station, get some weapons or something. To me, they are fun time fillers, but that's about it. Even I loved the original Guardians, but even that I've not really gone back to. But I'd watch The Matrix again.
I've seen The Matrix a number of times, but if I'm going to put The Matrix on now, I will put it on from the point where they walk into the hotel lobby.
Oh, really?
Yep.
But, oh, no.
I will watch the movie from that point.
Even the whole deja vu bit, and then he rings up, he speaks on the phone, and he says, well, if he's the one, how comes I'm about to pull his head out? Like, it's all...
You don't get me wrong, it's great.
But you wouldn't watch it?
Just don't bother.
Oh, no. It's some of the dialogue in The Matrix is a bit corny now, if you watch it back.
Yeah.
It's definitely not aged beautifully. It still looks actually relative. There's one bit where it doesn't look great, but generally it looks very good all over.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dialogue is a bit like, follow the white rabbit down the road and come with me, and they're watching you, Neo. It's a lot of who? Just tell me. Like, if you just said, this is what's happening, we'd be all right with this.
Yeah.
But you've gone around the beaten around the bush a bit too much.
Did you see Sense8? The thing that the
I did, and I couldn't... I thought
it was fucking appalling. Well,
you're shooting the floor, and and you again.
Shit, I haven't killed anyone yet. I've seen all of the Marvel movies more than once.
Yeah,
definitely. Even Ant-Man, which I know a lot of people didn't like. I thought it was great.
That was all right.
I thought it was great. Second watch, and I think, if I'm honest, I think they've all been better on a second watch. The fact that each time I've watched one a second or a third time, I must have seen Avengers, the Avengers Assemble, I must have seen that about 7 or 8 times.
Really?
Yeah, because it's one of those ones where I will just put it on. If I can find nothing to watch...
Oh, I could find so much more to watch than that.
I often I'll just bung it on.
What is your taste in films?
It's changed a lot. I used to have... Yeah. I wouldn't say unlimited patience.
Yeah.
But if I put a movie on and it wasn't great, I would just sit
watch it
and think, well, I've committed to this, I'll give it a chance. And
yeah.
I'll see it to the end and see how it pans out. Can't do that anymore. Simply cannot do it. If I put something on and it's not got me within the first sort of 10, 15 minutes, it's off. Can't be bothered. Haven't got the time.
But, okay, so for me then, what it feels like is that, and this is how I feel about the films. I'm not necessarily shitting on you for it, but they are all very capable films, and they are all good films. They're not crap films. They're all good films. You kind of know the gist of what's going to happen. There's the good guy. He's very powerful and strong. He's going to have a bad guy. He's going to meet him at the end. He's going to beat him. Right? That's kind of the typical film. Now, for you, that works. There's a rocket launcher. Careful. For you, that works fine because that's what you want. You want flick it on. I know all these characters. I know what I'm getting.
Films these days, I want them to either be really good.
Yeah, like classics that are amazing. Yeah,
but I want them to be a really good like story.
Yeah.
Or I want them to be really entertaining.
Fine, and entertaining. I agree.
So
they're entertaining
like,
films.
I will now sit. Well, this is not sort of unusual, but I will sit through the majority of Jason Statham movies and absolutely bloody love them because they're ridiculous. The Fast and the Furious movies, 2, 3, 4, terrible. 5, where The Rock turns up, suddenly was a fun movie.
You see, you said this. I remember turning the 5th one off.
Depends on what you want. I watched both G.I. Joe films. Thought they were great. Thought they were fantastic.
Yeah, okay.
Rubbish.
Yeah.
Absolute rubbish.
But you were thoroughly entertained.
Thoroughly entertained by them.
Yeah.
And anything with Adam Sandler in, can't really stomach it. Anything with...
Yeah, but Adam Sandler hasn't made anything decent in a
No, he hasn't. But
long time.
But even the things that people still consider to be decent, I cannot stand them.
50 First Dates I thought was very good.
No. Terrible.
Really?
Terrible. Watched it, seen it.
Film.
There's a man there.
Oh no. Please don't, mate.
Worse than me on the last guy. I think we've lost our rhythm here, haven't we? It's the same guy in the suit.
Oh no. Okay, yeah. So I guess that's where we differ with. Whereas I'm kind of judging it against all films.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, would I ever watch any of those superhero films again? And I wouldn't. Come on, boss. Sunfish. Now, Sunfish, that's the name I can get behind.
Sunfish can be the bush now. We just got rid of that. I wouldn't get rid of that, mate. Yeah, so that's the thing. Is kind of what I want from a movie is different, which is why I enjoy them. I kind of enjoy them in a very different way to how I used to. So therefore, kind of the comic book movie.
So today's footage brought to you by Sunfish _21.
Yeah. So those kind of movies.
They tick the perfect box here.
Yes, because there is no requirement to really invest much in them.
Yeah, fair enough.
But there is also a level of quality to them, because you're not required to invest much in an Amy Schumer movie.
No.
But
it doesn't appeal to you in the
comedy,
same way.
The kind of gross out comedy. I feel like I've just, and I'm not suggesting that people shouldn't like those movies, but I've just kind of moved beyond where I find them entertaining.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Come on, Sunfish, I'm rooting for you now.
Oh, got a lot of shots away there. On the Thanos. Although if he sees you, he's coming down on you.
Yeah.
Oh. Come on, Sunfish.
But this is one you'll revisit, is it?
I would watch...
So cheeky.
I would watch...
I'm enjoying watching
No, I know, you're watching Sunfish. I would watch Infinity War again.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Because I think that's the thing, is that I've taken in... So, even though I've not necessarily gone back to those films, I've got to know these characters. I've taken out time and got to know these characters. Seeing them have a finale or a final end is what I want from some of it. Sunfish is killing it.
Yeah. Absolute boss.
That's what I want from it, from these films, and that's why I'd be disappointed if they don't do it, because
You feel like it would have cheapened.
Yeah, it would have cheapened my investment in these characters. Because the biggest fear, because it is a film series, a series of films, and not necessarily a TV show, my biggest fear is that they just will stop making certain films. So all of a sudden, if Tony Stark doesn't die, right? In the end of all of this, and his contract's up. If Tony Stark's never in another Iron Man film ever again, or ever in any of the Avengers films ever again, and they just go, oh, he's busy, he married Pepper Potts, I'd be like, what?
Yeah,
I've watched you in like 6 films. I want an end.
You turn up for this kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I want an end to that character if he's stopping.
Yeah.
Same with Thor. Same with the Guardians. I want to see a finale with them or an end. And this feels like part of that. And that's why if in the next one they're like, oh, we're all good and we're all back again. And here's the next load of films, by the way. I'd be like, oh, right. So this was nothing. This was absolutely nothing. This big event that you kind of give yourself to, and it sounds really weird, but you're like, yes, I'm going in, Loki's gone, boom, it's all going to go.
It's like there's some...
The stakes.
The film had some real kind of punch-the-air moments for things that you wanted to happen, and some real, like, oh my God, moments for things that you didn't want to happen.
Yeah.
And I guess what you're saying is if they then just bring everyone back, it's like, well, that's all for nothing.
Yeah. It's almost like in the next... If they bring them all back, it's almost like... you might as well then have Tony Stark go,
it was all a dream.
I dreamed something. And you might as well.
You watching Sunfish?
Sunfish.
Cheeky monkey.
She's made a window so she can snipe Thanos. Come on, son. He's down.
Yeah, someone else has done it.
Sunfish, get the person who's going to get it. Oh, he's gone up. He's gone up in the sky.
I am thoroughly enjoying what Sunfish's work.
Sunfish is doing very well.
Did we get killed by something? We didn't, did we?
No, we got killed by the person that got killed by Sunfish.
Say we. Me.
How do we want to end Avengers Infinity War? What do we want to say? Do we give it a score? Should we give it out of 10 each? And then we'll add it up as a final score.
I think out of 5.
Out of 5.
That's what everything's always out of, isn't it?
Okay, fine. Let's give it out of 5 then.
For me, it's a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Yeah, there's no question.
For me, can we do point? Something point?
Or... Well, I think you can do halves.
For me, it's a 4.5 that might go down to a 4, depending how...
When taken in context.
When taken into context, and also just how time... I don't know how I'll view this in a
you don't know how it'll
year's time, how it'll age. Whether I'm very excited because these are all the characters I haven't seen. Oh, Sunfish. Yeah, I don't know how it'll be in a year's time. How I feel about it. So I'll go with a 4.5 for now because I did
4.5.
thoroughly enjoy it. Sorry, 4.5. Sorry, 4.5. So. Together, it gets a 9.5 out of 10.
Which is a pretty good score.
It's a very good score. I'd
be interested to know how you would have ranked the other.
Yeah.
Avengers.
Maybe
the other movies. All 18 movies. If this gets any viewers.
If this gets any views, maybe we'll do one and we'll rank the rest of the films and we'll talk about them.
Well, I'll tell you what we haven't talked about.
What?
We haven't talked about the cutscene, post-credits.
Right.
Did you stay for it?
Yes, I did stay for it.
What significance do you think Captain Marvel holds?
Well, Captain Marvel is potentially the strongest superhero that Marvel have. Well, one of.
I'm not. We've already talked about this before, I think, but I'm not a fan of the comics. I'm a fan of the movies. I like the universe. I like the TV shows.
I'm not huge with the comics,
but I don't even know a great deal about the
Captain Marvel,
the comic lore.
Yeah.
But my understanding is that Captain Marvel in the comics is not one of the most powerful, but she is to be portrayed that way in the cinematic universe. Is that wrong?
I don't know enough to argue it either way. I thought that she was quite powerful. My thought on it was that she was a bit like Superman, slightly.
Right.
But okay. I might be wrong on that. I might be totally wrong on that.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
The significance of that, because she's obviously got... Her movie comes out in March next year.
Yeah.
And then the fourth Avengers film comes out. But her movie is reportedly set in the 90s.
Yes.
And it has the... What's his face? The Destroyer. The villain from the first Guardians film. He is apparently a villain in this. So your whole... You know your point about the villains not having enough about
or anything,
them. This may inform that. You know, they may be building on it in a different way. That might be hindsight.
Yeah, it might do that in some way. I mean, it'll probably flesh out Thanos a little bit then, if that's the case. It will be nice if, with the bad guy that was in the first Guardians, if he's not necessarily a bad guy in Captain Marvel to begin with. I'd like to see him get corrupted by Thanos, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah.
That would be interesting, because I'd go, that opens his character up a little bit more.
Because one of the things that was never explained in the movie was Thanos' line of, I ignored my destiny once, as his justification for killing Gamora. He says to her, I ignored my destiny once and I won't do it again.
Yeah.
Well, that I don't think is going to be explained in the fourth Avengers film. I think that's going to be explained in the Captain Marvel film.
Maybe.
And that will, because they are so close together in terms of when they're released.
Yeah.
They can't be disconnected.
It's the first time in a while that I'm actively looking forward to another Marvel film.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily Captain Marvel. I really want to see... Thing is, I will probably end up seeing Ant-Man and Wasp. And I will probably... Because I didn't mind the first one.
I think Ant-Man and the Wasp will be thoroughly enjoyable.
I think it will be. I think it'll be a really fun film. Yeah. I will probably see Captain Marvel because I'll be all excited about how it leads up to Infinity War Part 2.
I think you'll need to see it.
Yes, I agree.
Because it will be...
And then... If Infinity War sums it all up nicely, I'll be like, that's nice. I've got
they're the only ones they've got coming out, aren't they? They're the next.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, so this is it wrapped up. If you liked this, please do give it a like. I don't know how I'm going to edit it, but it should be fun.
Yep.
Please do subscribe. Tell your friends about us. If you kind of enjoyed this kind of format, we might do some more of this kind of stuff. Preferably with Chris.
Yep.
As well.
If you liked the level of skill we had.
Yep.
Then say so.
Say so.
We like that. Positive affirmation.
Mm.
It's nice.
Yeah.